Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toon Talk.
This podcast lets you get to know more about SC West music programs and some people in them.
And to kick off our second episode, we have our second guest, Braden Tully. Now, Braden, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Hey, I'm a sophomore here at West. I've been in chamber choir for 2 years. I play soccer, basketball, and golf. Mainly a golfer, trying to go play college, but we'll see.
Now, I gotta ask, what is your number one favorite song to sing in choir?
It's probably got to be Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, or just anything in the spring in general, because we get to sing actual radio music instead of a lot of songs that nobody's ever heard of.
Now, a new question. Where do you guys usually sing at? What's the concerts?
At concerts, we typically sing in the auditorium. We get a lot of guests there a lot, and we just get up on, sometimes we'll get up on risers depending on how big our choir is, but most of the time we'll just get into formation and we will sing for everyone,
Nice. Now, what's your least favorite song to sing?
Gotta be the Latin music for state and for our winter concerts. It's just harder to learn the words and harder to pronounce. It's just so much more annoying than learning the words that we already know.
Latin, man, that's crazy. This is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah. Do you know what the Latin means whenever you sing it, or?
Sometimes we'll learn what some of the words mean just to get some more, emotion into it. But other than that, we don't really focus on that. We just know how to pronounce it.
The Latin, is it really classical music usually?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Now, what do you guys do to warm up before singing?
We'll do some lip drills or just any drills with your mouth. But mostly it's going to be a lot of singing, just going high to low.
All right. We gotta get an example of a drill, right?
I could. Just lip drills like this, little stuff like that. Yeah. Just stuff like that. And then I'm not gonna give an example of singing right now, but we'll go really high to really low, like a siren thing. That really gets your vocal range moving.
Now, there are different vocal ranges, right, for everybody?
Yeah.
What's yours?
I'm a tenor, pretty high pitched for a guy, so.
Nice.
Nice. Now, what are some annoying things that people can do in choir? What gets on your nerves?
It's kind of annoying when people can't figure out their notes after a really long time, and do they just keep doing it. But I've been there before, so I can understand that. Just sometimes it's a little bit annoying. But the worst part is probably when people just walk out and get water or go on bathroom breaks right when we were about to go do something, when they could have just done it while he was just talking about stuff. And that's probably the most annoying thing in my opinion.
Now, on the topic of other people, who is the best singer in choir?
We've probably got someone related to them right here, in my opinion. It's probably got to be Anna Stichter Sawyer.
My sister.
Yeah, she just spends a lot of time in music. She really cares about it. She does a lot of stuff outside of school, and with all that effort and practice, she's probably got to be the best.
I can definitely testify to that. She does vocal coaching and a lot of things like that, for sure.
Now, if you absolutely 100% had to choose, who is the best male singer?
It's just really hard to say, but personally, it's our choir teacher, Mr. Scott. He is by far the best male singer.
That's actually a crazy good answer.
In our choir. He's got to be the best. He's actually, for first semester, we only had one bass, so he sang with us in our bass section.
Wow. That's
And
a dedicated teacher.
Yeah, he really just helped us out there.
I've heard him sing. He has a really crazy vocal range. He's actually
He does,
really
he
good.
does. He can go really high and really low.
Awesome. Well, that about wraps it up. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Braden.
And thank you guys for watching.
Yep, thank you guys.
Tune in next time for Toon Talk.
Yep.
See ya.
Toodles.